All right, everybody, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to another session of Tuesday at 10. So want to go ahead and get started. Thank y'all for tuning in. So first off, do we want to start with any wins? Do we have any cool things going on? How are you doing this morning, Josie? How's everything on your end?
Things are good. Things are good. Working through the option period on a fourplex right now. So just getting ready to start negotiating repair items and all of that good stuff during the option period. So hopefully we get through it unscathed.
Awesome. That's always the goal, get through the option period with as little pushback and tension as possible. So good luck with all that. I hope it goes very smooth. So I'm coming to you guys. I'm actually in San Antonio, Texas. I'm at Daniel's house. So I'm using his studio office up here in his home. So Josie's holding down the fort in Los Fresnos, and I'm here in San Antonio. I'll be here for the rest of the week and going to Houston at the end of the week for we're actually going to go to a concert. Me and my family. We wish Josie could be there, but Josie's holding down the fort and taking care of our fur baby Klondike at home. So, but with all that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. I really want to zone in on a training topic that has really been resonating with me over these past couple days. And some backstory. So I stumbled upon an account from a gentleman by the name of Taki Moore. And he is a business coach that actually helps business coaches scale their coaching programs. And the question for him that really got my attention was a gentleman was interviewing him, and he said, "How much do you charge per hour?" And what Taki said really boggled my mind. He said, "I don't charge per hour." And the gentleman said, "Well, if you could find a number or take a guess about a number, what do you think it would be?" And he said, "Well, I don't know, anywhere from 10,000 to $100,000 per hour." And I was just blown away. I said, "What is this guy all about? What does he do?" So then you learn a little bit more about him and you find out that he coaches these business coaches. He takes everything that they know and turns it into a tangible product where they're able to extend an offer to coaches that are experts in their field, and he helps them scale their coaching businesses into multi-million dollar businesses. Well, this concept is the same concept in real estate. We're trying to scale our business. We're not selling coaching programs, but we're selling either real estate or we are working to attract other agents. So we're selling our value proposition just like a business coach is selling their value. So I found a slide deck that he shared, and I really want to focus on that today. And it's about not necessarily focusing on those leads that maybe they're ghosting you, or maybe you feel like, I like the way he puts it, you feel like you're in the friend zone with these contacts that you're working real hard to aggregate and put in your list. So I want to go ahead and jump into it because there's one key aspect here that I think everyone would get a ton of value out of. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to share my screen here, and I want to share this awesome concept that really has blown my mind, and I feel like I'm going to be striving to achieve this one metric that we're going to talk about here. So let me share my screen and we will talk about it. So don't mind my crazy desktop. It's organized chaos. If y'all saw a screen cap of my desktop. So let me go ahead and put this in present mode. That way we can roll through this here. Hold on one second. Let me put it in present mode. Let me move my screen over here. And we're going to present. Okay, so Josie, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, excellent. So again, this is from a gentleman named Taki Moore. If you can, I highly recommend follow him on Instagram at Taki Moore, Takimoor. And this is what he talks about. And I called Josie immediately and I was so jazzed up about this. So I want to share it with all of you guys and really, really try to integrate this into your business because I really think this is going to be a game changer. So again, he's talking to coaches. We're talking to consumers. We're talking to buyers, sellers, agents. The thing is, your leads aren't cold, they're putting you in the friend zone. And the way he puts it is let's fix it not with bandwidth, but with brand width. So he's talking about expanding your brand and making your brand and your message binge worthy. So here's what we're talking about. And I know I have felt this. Josie, I'm sure you felt this, and all you other content creators and realtors out there, I'm sure you feel this all the time. We're posting value, we're nurturing leads, we're trying to play the long game. We think, hey, maybe they'll use us as a referral, but they keep ghosting us like a bad Tinder date. And we can never get that call back. We feel like we're putting that value out there and getting in front of people and doing everything that we're supposed to do, but we're not getting any reciprocation. We feel like we're ghosted. Sometimes Josie and myself and Daniel, we just text back, hey, have you talked to this person? And we just send the ghost emoji because we haven't heard from them. So we're doing all this stuff, but we feel like we're still in the friend zone. Here's the truth. Trust doesn't take time, it takes minutes, specifically 47 minutes. So when I'm talking to you guys about getting in front of these people and that metric that I'm talking about, I want y'all to just keep in mind 47 minutes. Okay? 47 minutes is the magic number, the magic integer, the magic phrase here. 47 minutes. And here's why. He talks about one of Taki's clients, and this is what really piqued my interest. Sharon is an amazing businessman. He's launched real estate companies, he's launched a lot of different companies, and now Sharon is part of a company that I really admire, someone that I really look up to. He's part of Alex Hormozzi's and Layla Hormozzi's acquisition.com. Now Sharon has joined their team to help them scale. They're already a huge company that now they're really going to go to the stratosphere. And Sharon is one of Taki's students. So it talks about him. My client Sharon's team studied every buyer in the program, and they all had one thing in common. They binged 47 minutes of his content before buying. And that's it. That's the metric. It's not reaching out to them 30 times, 60 times, 90 times. It's the fact that they were put into his database, put into his list. He reached out to them. He had a system to reach out and deliver his content, and they would sit there and watch his content for 47 minutes. Once they hit that 47 minutes, they turned into a customer. And at that point, it breaks down all the walls, it breaks down all the barriers, it breaks down all the hesitation because now they're getting so much value, they can't help but trust him and believe in what he's doing. So it wasn't 6 months on the list, not 19 emails, 47 high quality brain hacking minutes. So think about it. I love watching YouTube. Josie knows I love watching YouTube. When I find someone that I enjoy watching and I enjoy watching their content, I turn into a fan. There are people that I watch in the bowling space and stand-up comedy and, just these funny genres, but I feel like I'm a fan. I love watching 220 average bowler and Darren Tang, and I learn from them, and I love watching their league night and everything like that. So it really makes a lot of sense when you find content that you enjoy, not only for the entertainment value, but for the learning value, for the just the situations that they're in and learning about their journey, you become a fan. And now I feel like the next time I go to Vegas, I want to go to the bowling alley where Darren Tang does his league night. Because I feel like if I saw him, I feel like it would be like meeting Tom Cruise or something like that. So It's that 47 high quality minutes of content that your list, the people in your database, they're consuming that and they're going to like you and trust you and want to do business with you. So some were on the list for weeks, some were on the list for months. Some people binged 47 minutes on day one. It wasn't the amount of time that they were on the list, but it's the amount of time on brand, watching your content, hearing your voice, hearing your message, delivering that value. They're going to start trusting you and they're going to feel like they know you even if you haven't talked to them before. That's always the objective. I learned that from one of my business coaches early on. You want to go meet someone at a property or at coffee or something, and you sit down, you want them to feel like they know you already. They've heard your voice, they've seen your face, they know what kind of an expert you are in real estate. And let me tell you what ends up happening. Sometimes they feel almost like, what's the word? They feel lucky to finally meet you. They feel like they're meeting a celebrity. They say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know I was actually going to talk to you, Josie. I've seen all your videos. I love your content. I thought maybe I was going to talk to an agent on your team or your assistant or something like that." And you can really knock their socks off when you say, "No, this is me. I'm here. I'm here for you." And that really breaks down all the barriers. So instead of posting more and hoping and saying prayers, hopefully somebody can call me because I posted about this new neighborhood or something like that. Or if you're doing Instagram dances or TikTok dances and doing all this crazy stuff, you can rebuild your whole value proposition around that one goal. Get to 47 minutes of binge-worthy content that somebody can enjoy, watch, and learn from. Get there as fast as possible. So I even told Josie when I get back to my studio, and I'm going to record some content while I'm here in San Antonio also. But my entire goal now is to put out so much value-driven content, import it, put it all on a YouTube playlist. I'm going to include that on all my mailers to my entire database, to my new clients, past clients, nurture clients, you name it. The name of the game is putting people in that funnel, getting them on that mailer, sending them those videos, and I'm going to start monitoring. How long did they watch that? How long did they watch 2 minutes of this, 3 minutes of this, 5 minutes of this, 30 seconds of this? And I'm going to track. If I can get to 47 minutes, I'm going to be really excited because I know the caliber of these coaches, Taki and Sharon. And if they're saying that it works, I believe that it works. So I really think this is going to be a big game changer for my business, Josie's business, Daniel's business, and I want it to be a big game changer for y'all's business. It's not just about cold calling them more. Everyone always says, call the darn leads. Yes, I agree with you. But this is a way to have those leads learn from you, hear from you, watch you, and experience your expertise. Because here's what happened to them: two times the buyers, 40% better conversion. People weren't ghosting and their sales speed went up huge because now they're getting that value. So they build their client funnels this way. And I'm going to download all of this information that Taki is providing, and I'm going to share it with everybody in the La Familia page. So y'all be sure to look out for all of these downloads. I'm going to download their free resources. And guys, here's the key. We don't need to be gatekeepers of our knowledge and our expertise. We have to share it and give it all away for free. I've been studying so many high performers: Frank Kern, Mike Sherrard, Sharon, Taki Moore, Alex Hormozy. Their entire model is to take everything from their mind and give it away for free. Give it all away because that's how people are going to trust you. They're going to know you. They're going to talk about you. I'm over here talking about 220 average bowler. because he gives away, he teaches people what he's doing. He shows people his bowling release and his stance and his approach. And, you know, it's taken me all this time to realize how important it is for us to share everything that we know. Get it out there and get it in front of people. Stack those mind minutes, build your brand width, and that will equate to making sales. So if your leads are colder than your ex's heart, which is pretty cold, and if it's getting ignored more than the terms and conditions of whatever you're signing up for, you don't need a new funnel. You need to become binge worthy. So with that, I really wanted to share that piece of information. I feel like it's super, super important. And like I mentioned too, we talked to Horacio a couple weeks ago. You know, I went to that training in Plano, Texas, and I feel like I'm ready to knock down the sandcastle. Everything that I've been doing for all this time, I feel like I'm just learning a brand new language. I feel like the top's getting ready to open on my career because these things are so valuable and it's okay. These concepts are simple, but they're not easy. They're simple, but they're not easy. You have to sit down, dedicate the time, dedicate the energy, get over that self-fulfilling prophecy of I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I'm too afraid, I don't look good on camera. Get rid of all that. It's simple, but it's not easy. And I think if you spend the time, just like you're gonna start seeing a ton of new stuff come out, I'm jazzed about it. I'm getting started on it. I want everyone to get started. Josie has been putting out some fantastic content. You know, her talking in front of her, podcast camera, putting out the value, doing the tours, talking about the mindfulness in the home buying process. I know Josie's really been focusing a lot on it. I'm going to do the same. I recommend everybody do that, and I think you'll really see your business and your sales and your attraction efforts really start to take shape. So with that, what do you think, Josie? Good stuff, or what do you, I mean, isn't that like my mind is like blown.
Well, I mean, I think it's absolutely fantastic because, it kind of goes back to what you said about the 47 minutes of brand width. And I think a lot of people, they get overwhelmed with, like, oh, I have to have this, or I need to. I'm not one of those realtors that is going to dance on TikTok and everything like that. If it's working for you, it's great. But I like to provide value and all that stuff. But I think this is a great metric to know, the 47 minutes, because if you are putting out the content either on YouTube or any other social platforms, you need to be utilizing the professional dashboard on all social platforms. You can't just be, throwing stuff out there and then not looking at what is resonating with people. So this is great because now it gave me the knowledge to go back and look at how my other videos are doing, like on YouTube. What are people watching on YouTube? What kind of content and topics are they staying on the longest? And okay, then I just got to deliver more of that. So if they're watching an average of 2 minutes per video, which, let's be honest, will be lucky because the attention span is a little bit smaller and shorter than it used to be. If they're watching 2 minutes of a video, then I know I need to have at least 24 really great videos minimum to have out there. Why? Because 24 times 2 is 48 minutes. The mark is 47 minutes. Of course, I'm going to do more than 24 videos, but I know that that's my bare minimum of good content to post. And like what you mentioned, you need to get over the whole, imposter syndrome thing. You have to get over, the self doubt, and you have to lean into being the expert on this subject matter. You look how you look, you sound how you sound, how you show up on the video is how people see you in real life. And if you are out there in real life and you are talking to people and dropping your kids off at school or going to the grocery store, guess what? You sound and look exactly the same as if you would on the camera. So don't be afraid and just film. So it gave me, it's kind of lit the fire under my butt because now I know I have to go into my YouTube, I have to organize it. I know that I want to put certain playlists and certain things now, and I'm focusing on that number 47, 47, 47. And that's the goal for me.
Love it. Love it. And I've been reading more and more, and when you put that video out, when you put that reel out there, when you put that short form content, long form content, whatever kind of content you're putting out there, think of it as a digital deposit. Just like you said, if people are watching 2 minutes of this video, okay, I've done a deposit and I'm getting closer to that 47-minute metric. And just think about it. Everyone out there, everyone watching this, I know y'all watch YouTube. I know you watch Netflix. I know you watch Prime, Hulu, Bravo on repeat, whatever it is. They're all
TikTok.
great avenues. But if you watch 24 episodes of anything, even if it's 2 minutes each, you better believe you're a fan at that point.
And I love how this kind of covers all industries and all things because you were talking about 220 average bowling. I like TikTok. I like book talk, so I'm watching these influencers talk about the books they're reading or the books that they are going to be reading or new book releases or their book reviews, like all these different things. And I watch them and their brand resonates with me. I like the way they speak. I like the way they look. I like the way they review things. I just like all these things. So then I trust them when it comes down to, okay, what books do I want to put on my list to read next month? So I trust them. So it works across all avenues, not just sales, real estate. I mean, everything is sales, honestly, but I trust the people that I watch. So it works on anything: bowling, books, cooking, real estate. It works for everything.
Exactly, exactly. So I thought it was super, super intriguing when I saw that those pieces of content. And, I think one of the reasons that content was in my algorithm is because I'm consuming content of that nature. And Instagram, YouTube, Google, the entire algorithm of all of those platforms is to feed you more of what you're watching. So start following the Alex Hormozy, Layla Hormozy, Frank Kern, Grant Cardone, Tom Ferry, Glenn Sanford, Leo Pareja. Follow those gigantic figures in business, and you'll start seeing more of these pieces of great content and great wisdom come into your feed.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes into your algorithm, it comes into your eyeballs, and you start consuming that content. And just like I'm jazzed up about this, it's going to get you jazzed up about these awesome topics. So another thing I'm going to start sharing more of are, post ideas, because everyone says, I don't know what to talk about. We're going to share some more post ideas, some more great one-liners to start your videos,
Mm-hmm.
some great topics for buyers, some topics for sellers, some topics for agents, for new agents. Take those prompts, take those lines and run with it. Input it into ChatGPT, generate a video script, generate a dialogue, and use it to your advantage and get to those 47 minutes. And I think you're really going to find that people are going to break down those barriers.
And
They're
I
going to
think
feel
like, oh, sorry.
comfortable talking with you.
And I think just one last thing to add for myself is, do you want to be cold calling and expending that energy with people over and over and over and over every single day? Or do you want to use the same amount of energy or less and make a video and have it work for you over and over and over? So you spend the energy and you make your video once, and then your video is working for you
And you
instead of having to do the other thing
and you know how long your video works for you?
forever.
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. When you sleep, your video is working for you.
That's
When you're
right.
eating dinner, your video is working for you. If you're cold calling people and you're not utilizing video or social media, you are doing a disservice, because all you're doing is you're expending your energy on something that once it's out, it's gone forever. So use your energy towards something like this that is going to work for you 24 hours a day, and you only have to record the video once.
That's right. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
37
Josie,
minutes.
any final thoughts? Anything in closing?
Is
Anything
this
to leave the good people with today?
is this Jerry Springer's final thoughts?
Final thoughts with Josie.
Nah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. That was my final thought of today.
Very cool. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. Take these tidbits of information, run with it. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Have a powerful week, and we will see y'all next Tuesday at 10. Thanks for tuning in.